Okay, let's just get right into it. If you're a small business owner here in the US and you don't have a professional modern website, well, I have some tough news for you. You are losing customers, literally every single day. See, your website is your digital first impression, and today we're going to break down exactly how to get a fantastic one without that crazy agency price tag.
So let me just ask you, straight up, is your website an asset or is it actually a liability? I know, it's a tough question to ask yourself, but if it isn't actively bringing you business, it might actually be doing more harm than good by turning people away. Because here's the reality. You've got 5 seconds. That is it. When a potential customer lands on your website, they make an instant judgment, in 5 seconds or less, about whether they trust you, about whether they want to do business with you. You've got 5 seconds to either win them over or lose them for good.
So, how do you make sure you pass that all-important 5-second test? Well, before we can answer that, we really need to look at the common mistakes that cause so many businesses to fail it right out of the gate.
And what's wild is just how directly these simple mistakes translate into lost money. I mean, think about it. If your site looks like it was built back in 2005, people are going to bounce immediately. If it takes forever to load, they're not going to wait around, they're just going to get frustrated. And if they can't even figure out how to find what they're looking for or how to contact you, well, they won't. They'll just click away and go right to your competitor, who's probably already figured all this stuff out.
Okay, so you know you need to fix your site. The obvious next step seems to be, I'll hire a web design agency, right? But for most small businesses, that's exactly where they slam into a massive financial wall. And that's because, if you go to a traditional agency in any major US city, you can easily get quotes for $5, $7, or even $10,000 for just a standard business website. For a small business, for a startup, that kind of cash it's just completely out of the question most of the time.
And this chart, it just lays out the problem perfectly. Just look at that huge gap between the typical agency quote and what an average small business can actually afford. It feels impossible, right? But take a look at that third bar. That's the hint. It shows there's a much more affordable path that actually fits inside your budget.
So, if that traditional route is a huge financial wall, how do you get around it? It's simple, really. You take a smarter, more direct approach to hiring some seriously professional talent.
Platforms like Fiverr have totally changed the game here. The whole process is so transparent, and it puts you in the driver's seat. You can look at a designer's actual work in their portfolio, you can read honest-to-goodness reviews from other business owners just like you, and you can compare packages that have the prices listed right up front. There are no surprise fees, no hidden costs. You know exactly what you're getting.
And the best part, you're not just getting some generalist who kind of does everything. You can find a true expert for your exact need. So whether you need a WordPress site, a Shopify store for your products, or just a simple, powerful landing page, there are specialists who focus on that one thing, and they are absolutely brilliant at it. All right, so now you know how to hire someone you can actually afford. But what should you be getting for your money? What are the absolute non-negotiables, the components of a website that will actually help your business grow?
Okay, so here's the crucial thing to understand. A great website is so much more than just a pretty design. It's a machine that's built for business. It has to look clean and modern to build trust. It has to work perfectly on a phone. It needs to load in a snap, and it needs to have a clear structure so that Google can actually find you and show you to people. But maybe most important of all, it needs to tell visitors exactly what to do next. That's your call to action, and that's how you turn a casual visitor into a paying customer.
I absolutely love this quote because it just reframes the whole thing perfectly. Stop thinking of your website as some passive digital flyer. Start thinking of it as your 24/7 salesperson. It is your primary storefront on the internet, and it needs to be professional, welcoming, and, most of all, effective. Okay, this is where we get super practical. You're ready to hire. You see all the options out there, but how do you pick the absolute right person who's going to deliver real, tangible results for your business? Here it is. This is your checklist for success. Really dig into their portfolio. Does their style actually match your brand? Read the reviews from just the last few months. Look for someone who has experience working with businesses like yours right here in the US. And this is critical. Ask them about SEO and make sure revisions are included in their package. That is your insurance policy for getting exactly what you're paying for. And honestly, this might be the single most important takeaway from all of this. It is so tempting to just sort by the lowest price, but trust me, that's a huge mistake. A slightly higher investment in a designer with a proven track record, someone who builds sites that actually convert visitors into customers, that will pay for itself 100 times over. You have to choose value, not just the lowest price tag.
So I'm going to leave you with this final question. Every single day that you wait, your competitors are online and they're attracting the very customers that you should be serving. With all these smart, affordable options available now, there is simply no reason for your business to be left in the dust. The only question is, are you ready to get in the game and compete?